like it's that high up, but you just gotta make them. Oh, she about to touch the toe.
Your little short ass leg.
And then she dropped that joint right there on the. That shit. I know.
Your little short ass leg. Like, okay.
Chick chat.
Hi, welcome to Chick Chat, another special episode where I am solo dolo. We miss you, Dom. I am Serenity Joy, and I am one of the hosts of Chick Chat. And today I have a special guest with us who goes by the name of 7even2nasty.
That's me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before we start, how do you pronounce your name? Seven.
Well, it's spelled 7even. So
Okay.
the number 7 takes the place of the S. So by the time you say the number, you're already saying even. So you're saying 7.
So it's 7, but you just got the number 7 in it.
No, I just don't have the S. I just put
the
number is the S.
The number is the S. Okay. That's clever. I got you.
So it's not 7 even.
Okay. And so you're 7even2nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Tattoos on Instagram, right?
Yes, because I did start out. I've been doing tattoos for like 16 years.
Okay. So you started off as a tattoo artist for 16 years.
Yeah, I learned how to do tattoos in Virginia Beach from a guy named Mikkel Mitchell, other known as Glory. He was an ex-military, and when he got out of the military, he started doing tattooing. He started on base, but then he started. It kind of trickled out after he got out.
Nice.
And he took
so that's your mentor, the person who taught you how to do it.
Yeah,
that's so dope.
For sure.
P.S.
You know what I mean?
I love that. And so how many tattoos do you have in total? Including the ones on your face.
I've lost a lot of count.
Yeah.
Like you were asking me about this one here, that's a Frankenweenie, but it's a cover up because when I was on a long vacation, I got a tattoo, and the man who did the tattoos must have used some non-products that can't go into your body.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
for
dangerous.
a while, it was like rejecting, and then it had a point where it wouldn't come out. So I just had to go in with tweezers and pull that tattoo out.
Oh my
And then
God.
once it healed, it still looked like shit, but once it healed, I went to a tattoo artist and tried to get another tattoo over it, and it still didn't do what it was supposed to.
Yikes, yeah.
So moral of the story is, don't get no face tattoos in jail.
Yeah, be careful who you allow to do this.
Yeah, them
tattoos
chest
are very,
pieces.
tattoos are very serious. I know I've gotten some crappy tattoos too.
Yeah.
I got some finger tats, and let's just say this one almost didn't heal up. I almost lost the finger. We've been pulling back a nub.
You know what I mean?
We don't want that now. Okay, so you are in the music industry as well. You do music. You're a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that. How long have you been in the music industry?
Well, I've been making music since junior high school. I would say probably about, what was it, like 8th grade? With me, Chris Ray, Dominique DeMar Durden, and DeJuan Jackson.
Name dropping.
But DeJuan McGriff back in high school, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we had linked up with a dude by the name of Andre Banks, and he had a record label called Platinum Plug, and he also had Crystal Ray, you know what I mean, a couple other artists in the city that were up under them.
Right.
And so that's where we started, and then just trickled from there to high school, to out of high school, to the point where I left Vegas for 12 years, and I continued to look for my craft. Like everywhere I've ever been, I've always tapped in with a studio. You know what I mean? So Virginia Beach, I tapped in with a studio. You know what I mean? California tapped in with a studio. Oklahoma tapped in with a studio.
Right.
You know what I mean? The only place I'm trying to hit next is like probably the Sauce Factory. I want to go tap in and get some music done up there. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. That's good. I love that. So, I also wanted to mention you do have a music video coming out soon.
Oh yeah. It's called
in October?
Yeah, October. It should be out sometime within the next couple of weeks.
Okay, and what's the name of it?
The end of this week or next week. I don't know. It's called For the Streets.
For the Streets.
Yes.
And okay, so this is personally one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
I love this record. I love it when you perform it too. You just always give so much energy because what? She said, for the streets. No, it's not. Okay, because it's not.
It's not.
And don't you forget it. Okay, so your love life. So since we're talking about for the streets, are you for the streets? Or are you more of a relationship type of guy?
For that right pay?
He a streetwalker. No.
You can get me in your
You working on the blade? No, I'm just kidding.
What? I'm a gigolo.
Okay. So tell us about that.
Basically, I've learned that that I'm not for the streets.
Yeah.
I am a monogamous man.
Okay.
But at the same time, don't get it twisted. If you keep telling me I'm doing something, eventually you're gonna be right.
Okay, and that's facts.
You know what I mean?
That
If
is
I'm
so
telling
true.
you this dick is not for the streets, don't keep telling me that the dick is for the streets, because eventually I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna appreciate the dick, and then I'm gonna be in the streets. I'm gonna be going over there, and she gonna be dropping money on this dick. She don't want it for free, okay? She wants to pay her way. She want to leave the money on the dresser.
Leave the money on the dresser.
She want that quick minute visit, boy, or that hour-long visit. She don't want the boyfriend special where I gotta follow this bitch around and give her all, and walk through the mall with her and get little tips here and there, and she buying me food. Nah, I know the game, all right? I'm not in that shit.
I hope you find that too.
I have.
I know that's right.
They do.
So when it comes to relationships, so you know who you are.
Yeah, so
when it comes to relationships, do you believe that in like 50-50 when it comes to the finances, or are you a provider man?
Well,
in
honestly,
a relationship?
I was fucked up in a motorcycle accident and I wasn't able to provide. But for a long time I was providing.
Okay.
I worked at Assholes Live Forever. I don't know if anybody know about them, but they're a clothing line. They started out in California.
Never heard of it.
They make really offensive clothes, like Trump and Biden kissing. And then they would put like
that's very controversial.
Proud Boys over the top, or they would take like Wendy's, and then they'd have like Wendy's nuts come flapping across your chin.
Oh,
you feel me?
Yeah, that's
shit
very
like
controversial.
that. They sell,
but it gets the people going.
Yeah, they sell trays, weed roll-up trays. They sell vitamin trays, if you know what I mean, with a little scoop.
Okay. Okay. So, to further,
But I do provide now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's talk more about that, because I do believe that if a man is a great provider and he's, holding the family down, holding the household down, and God forbid something happens, because, you can't predict these things, that it is the woman's duty to step up.
100%.
100%, and be there for her family and be there for her man, because let's face it, finding a good provider man is very rare these days. So if you have a man who's willing to do that, and God forbid he's not able to do that at the time, it's time for you to step up and do what you have to do as a woman to take care of your family, And when he gets back, I'm saying, everything can fall back into place how it was, but I am a firm believer in being there for people when you truly love them and showing that side of your loyalty, because it's rare to have somebody that actually loves you enough to hold you down. You know what I'm saying? On both sides of the spectrum.
Definitely. Yeah. Because you feel like when you are down and you see somebody taking care of everything, you like, damn, I ain't shit. I can't do nothing for her and this and that.
I can only imagine as a man that's how it feels.
Especially like, y'all need to take care of y'all legs, Lord. Fuck. Don't lose a fucking leg or injure a knee or what. That's true. That shit will fuck up your whole motion. Like, for real. So
no pun intended.
It'll play with your insecurities, it'll play with your manhood. Am I doing enough? Am I hitting it the right way that I used to before the accident? All this dumbass shit that you really shouldn't be thinking about. You know what I mean? But when you're sitting somewhere healing up, you have no choice but to be stuck in your brain, and those were some of the demons that was attacking me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's talk more about that. So what were your outlets? So was music your outlet? I'm sure you prayed, you talked to God.
Well,
what did you do to get yourself out of that dark hole?
I talk to God every day. And I had a real bad problem, like, for a minute. Like, I was like, man, fuck this leg. I'm about to cut this bitch off. Like,
oh my God.
You know what I mean? I was like, I was mad. God, why the fuck would you allow me to be stuck with this shit?
Right,
like,
you went through the motion.
The fuck? Like, I went through that. And I think it's only right that, I did show some type of emotion. I didn't question, I did question the Lord.
Oh, so no, it's natural.
But I will say this, He knows my heart, and He knew that I was in a state. He knows what we're gonna do before we do it.
He knew I was gonna say that shit. Yeah, he knew exactly.
He knew it was gonna be a breaking point for me, where I wasn't gonna just be so humble to just have my life. Right. Like, okay, I got my life, but what about this shit? You know what I mean?
And that is the realization of surviving an accident and having a disability on top of that accident. It's like, okay, I'm happy to be here, but
because I ran track. I used to, man. I skateboard. I do a lot. I play. I'm an actor. I dance. Like,
exactly.
And even
your whole livelihood.
You really don't understand when Because even if you're a goofy person, right? Check this out. If you're a goofy person, you gotta bend, crotch, do things, extort your body, legs, all that shit, right?
Right.
If that one leg is just stiff, straight out, it can't bend as much at all, right? You can't even sit in the chair and put both feet on the ground like this. This bitch just slump out like that, right? So when you think about that, you try to tap in with something else to try to tell yourself, you know what, this ain't all this. This ain't all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's something more inside of you. And then once people see that, then they don't even look at that. Yes, I focus on it.
Right.
But they don't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly what
And then the
saying.
moment somebody does, then that'll probably bring me back to square one. Like, oh, so you notice it. Okay.
Right. So
Now
you
we
gotta
can
get
have
out
a
your own
conversation.
head.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the
about
head. Your head is not your friend.
It definitely
It's
isn't.
not. It ain't. It's your
That's
heart.
when letting go and just letting God really just take the reins. Because it's like if we overthink, if we over question, that's when we start feeling bad about ourselves.
100%.
You know, so I definitely understand you on that part for sure. So another question. You said you did a stint in prison. Tell us more about that.
Well, I did do a little vacation.
Oh, vacation.
It was 5 years.
Not a Jet 2 holiday, is
Yeah, it was
if you
it was
will.
a Jet 2 holiday.
If you will.
But it was a holiday that I was able to learn
Right.
everything that I thought that I was doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I had to be real with myself. Like, if I could be real, I was faking and acting like something that I wasn't. And then once I got into a place like that, prison, that character had to be for real. Because it was you're either gonna be a bitch ass nigga,
Yeah.
a faggot, or you're gonna be one of these stand up niggas who don't take no shit.
No,
You
that's
feel me?
facts.
You get in there, you go between them barbed wire fences.
It's a whole
and
different
that tear
world.
drop because you realize you're not going home. Your mama,
Yeah.
it's not like the normal 60 days and you just go home, or
Right.
oh, good time and you could get out. Or, no, fuck all that. No, you got 5 years, nigga. 5 years is what you
Doing
gonna
that
do.
yeah, you doing the whole
For
thing.
real.
And you have to do day for day.
Right, and because, you know, I had myself in that type of situation, I had to
Yeah.
fully live out the character. And then when I came home, I didn't know who the fuck I was because everything that I learned in there, I realized that I was fucking geeking out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what? Why would I want to, why? Why would I even say the things that I was saying? Why would I even portray the image that I was portraying? Yes, I will fight. And I believe anybody who's pushed into a wall will
Right.
fight. You don't have to go joining any type of groups or doing anything to be a stand-up person.
Sure
A
don't.
gangster is a person who stands on 10 toes.
Y'all
okay?
remember that. Kids
Not
remember
a person
that.
who run up on you with 15 people. All right, and when at 15 people jumping your ass, they punching each other too, cause you gotta think about you doing all of this, nigga. Them elbows is coming back, and everybody's doing this. They trying to get one person.
That's crazy, yeah.
Think about that. You trying to stomp on a nigga. You not really getting your steps in. Stop it. It's too much. So at some point, I felt like, you know what I mean? I learned what I learned. I learned that was not the place that I wanted to spend the rest of my
not the
life.
place you wanna be.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I learned that you can be the biggest nigga and be told on, or you could be the smallest nigga and still. I seen people who told on niggas walking around like nothing happened. I
Yeah.
seen motherfucking
Whoop-de-doo.
Like whoop-de-doo.
I seen like it is what it is. And then that just helped me realize that, oh, so you want to live like this and try to move on to these principles, but nigga, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in a dumpster and nobody's gonna care. Life is gonna be moving past.
Life is
Women
gonna
are
get
gonna
you.
be dancing, new dances, new phones, new technology, new education is coming out. By the time your bitch ass get
And
back
then 5
home,
years is
you're
a long
stuck
time.
at 5 years old.
Yeah.
You're stuck at 5 years old. That 5 years done passed.
5
You
years
are
is a long
5 years setback.
Exactly.
And then when you come home, everybody that look at you like you crazy and wild and
That's true.
and yeah, they don't want to deal with you.
That's true.
You're not an asset. You are a liability.
Facts.
You feel me? And people want assets. People want people.
That's so true. And jail is now because I've done some time in jail as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely tell you, you know, you have to be really mindful of the decisions you make, who you associate yourself with, because unfortunately, making the wrong decision and associating yourself with the wrong person can have you in a situation just like with the Thugger and Gunner situation. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like him just being associated with YSL, I'm sure he didn't expect that for his life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be like, I'm fighting for my freedom. Fighting for your freedom. Once you're behind bars, you realize it's a whole different world in there. And the things that go on in there are completely different than how they are in the outside world. So you just have to be really mindful.
I will tell people this. If you're a kid and you're out there doing that shit, you got about till you're 16, 17 to let that shit go. Period. Don't try to make no name out of that shit. Don't try to go to jail off that shit. You want to be reputable, then you move your ass to California.
Okay.
Period. Because the rest of the world wants to get a bag. The rest of the world wants to shine. The rest of the world wants to walk around and jog in their community without having to be robbed or feel threatened.
Right.
That shit.
We want our cars to stay in our driveways without worrying about little
bitches want to go out and twerk.
Taking them.
Bitches want to go out and twerk and have a good time and drink their mimosas and do all that shit without niggas beefing and shooting up the area.
Yeah.
Or you getting mad because this nigga dancing with your girl. Nigga, if you controlled your woman, she wouldn't be out dancing with this nigga. Period. Don't get jealous and shoot up the club because of your bitch dancing with another nigga.
Don't let one decision ruin your whole life, basically.
Don't do it. I've seen people.
Yeah, we have a lot in common when it comes to that. No, facts.
Prison was scary. I seen the nigga.
It is.
His motherfucking shit slaughtered in the motherfucking medical line. That shit was scary.
Oh my God.
Scary.
My brother did 6 years in prison, so he's told me some stories.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's a quick ass lesson.
It's definitely one of those life-changing lessons. And I tell people, you're either going down the wrong path is either going to have you going down 2 other paths. Either death or jail. In jail, especially for a short amount of time, like 5, 6, is your best bet to wake you up, you know what I'm saying? And to kind of make you realize, you know what, is this the life that I really want? Do I want to have to be told when I gotta get up, when I gotta eat, what to eat, how long I can sleep? Like, it's a lot of control in there. You're not even a human,
and then
you're
if
a
you
slave.
Don't wake up on time.
You're a slave.
It's a thing they call in prison. It's called wake up late, lose weight.
People think that you can just sleep all day though. They don't realize that that's not really how it works.
No, hell no, because you got a cell buddy.
Time
First
schedule.
and foremost, you got a cell buddy. Like, say, all right, for the first week I was in there, okay, I stayed in my cell, right?
Right.
But after that, it's like your cell buddy will be like, you need to get up out of this funk, bro. You here, go on, man, get acclimated, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And me, I was locked up in a whole nother state. I was nowhere on the West Coast. So I didn't get to go to a prison where my homeboys might have been coming in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
I was in a prison where I was the only person.
Right.
And they were looking at me like, who the fuck is this nigga? Because he's not from here. Anybody went to this school with this nigga? Nah.
Okay.
Anybody know this nigga from there? Nah.
So speaking of that, where did you grow up?
South Central LA.
So that's not where you're from?
Yeah, that's where I was born and raised till I was like 5. And then my grandmother moved us here.
Okay, to Las Vegas.
The gang violence and shit of where we lived. We lived in a very, infamous neighborhood.
It was known for the violence and gangs.
The neighborhood off of Hillcrest and Adams. At that time, back when I was being born, that was ran by the West Boulevards.
Oh wow.
And
that's some stuff I don't know nothing about.
Yeah. Further, we'll leave it there. You know.
Okay, look. Tell me some more.
But yeah, I mean, I got life lessons living there. I learned at a young age that life wasn't a joke. Like I grew up. I feel like that's like the Las
Vegas childhood experience.
I'm not out here, yes.
Yeah, I kind of feel like raising your this is no shade to anybody who's raising their children in this city, but I feel like this is one of the worst places to raise children. And I personally, if I know me, if I would have been raised here and me and my little brother were raised here, we would have been way worse than we already were. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because
growing up in the South is so much slower and it's better for kids to like understand life versus being in this type of place where I feel like it's kind of the wild, wild west.
But then when people get here, they're like, ah!
It's like do or die out here.
It is.
And then I see these kids and it's just like they're always walking just random places. I'm like, where is their school at? Like, like in certain cities, there's actual designated places where kids go to school. They take the bus, and if they have to walk home or walk to school, their home is not that far. These kids have to take the actual bus system, so they're on the buses with derelicts and random grown-ass strangers. It's just weird out here. I feel like they're too exposed to too much out here, and that's what I've noticed, and that's why a lot of these children are coming from bad homes. Their parents don't even care. A lot of the parents are drug addicts,
moms
gamblers.
Motor highway trying to make some money
moms
to pay
are
the
prostitutes. Their dads are pimps. Like it's a lot of things these kids out here are dealing with.
Or dad might not even be a pimp. Check this out.
Might not even be.
This is the life of Vegas, right? Your mom's single, right? She out here, she trying to make a living. She get knocked by a pimp, right? You the single kid. You know who your daddy is, but your daddy ain't nowhere around, right?
Right.
This nigga, now your mom hitting the blade, she going out every night because she want to spend time with this nigga now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now he got her doing, he done turned her out. Now you done seen this nigga come up in your house, he done beat up all on your moms in front of you and shit. And now you get older, or as you're growing older, you're like, damn, I can't, this don't feel right. I can't defend my mom. I'm powerless. This is a grown ass man. If I try to do something to him, he gon' one hit could just clear me out. Some kids have that. I mean, everybody has that. Let's be honest. But some people don't give a fuck like me.
It's worse for some
for the
kids.
ones that do give a fuck, they hold themselves and then they end up reaching out to the streets. Like, man, my mom's boyfriend keep putting her hand. My mama's boyfriend was doing. I'd shoot him. Oh yeah, you would. Well, where can I get a gun at?
Now it's opening doors.
Because if that's what you would do, that's the same shit I would do. I just don't have access.
Exactly.
So can you help me get where I need to get? And now once he go out and do that shit, now he got a name, now he a part of some shit, now he all this, now he got credit, street credit for the wrong shit.
A life he really didn't even ask for.
Right. Because he's scared. And when somebody could have just told him, bro, call the police next time that nigga come over there. Period. Because why? That little boy wasn't no gang member. He was a civilian. Somebody was coming in his house and putting his hands on his motherfucking mother. But niggas won't tell the little boy to do that. Why? Because that might get your punk ass in trouble. You man-beating ass, bitch ass niggas. Stop putting your hands on women. Period. Because these little boys that see that shit grow up fucked up. And then they grow up doing it too.
I was gonna say the messed up part about it is being exposed to that type of world, unfortunately, it makes them feel like that they, that's normal and that it's okay. And it's like, it's not okay. It's not normal.
And I told
so that is one of the unfortunate sides of, I feel like, what I've witnessed, even with the parents who are professionals and are trying their best to just raise their kids in a normal environment. They don't realize that having their children here is nothing normal about it. So you can try to force your kids to understand that, look, you're living in this big, beautiful home. I'm making this good money. I'm providing this good life for you. But it's like, do you see what they're dealing with every day?
Right.
Who the kids that they go to school with?
You
can think that, oh, well, my kid is living good. I'm giving my kid a good life, but
they're going to school with Jordans.
They're going to school with the kids that are going through crap out here. And so therefore, they're being exposed regardless of what you think you're protecting your kids from. And that's what I've been noticing.
Even if it's like with the crystal, like the drug scene. It don't have to be just the pimping and all of that.
Exactly.
It could be the drug scene.
It's all of it.
Your mama or your daddy. It could be your dad. Let's give them another scenario out there for y'all. Your dad is on drugs. Your dad is taking drugs and he's at the house. Now, a motherfucking drug dealer is gonna come through and whoop his ass because your daddy didn't go to work because he was so high that he didn't make it to work. So now that money that he was gonna pay the drug dealer for them drugs, he can't pay. Now the drug dealer's at your house beating the shit out of the nigga that you look up to. How do you feel as a kid seeing the man of your house get his ass dragged and whooped on?
It's just a bad scenario.
So when you grow up, that shit ain't gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be better than that nigga. Fuck my dad.
Right.
You feel me? So
seriously.
That's how it go. But that's the life of Vegas, y'all.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like this is just
gambling,
not a place.
all of it.
God forbid your parent has a gambling problem and your light bill always off because, it keeps going off because they don't want to pay it because they rather gamble. And then of course, gamblers have their ups too. So then that's why it's one of those. It's like I just feel like these kids here are just exposed to too much. This is not. I wouldn't recommend. Don't recommend at all.
Yeah, don't bring your kids here.
Not that I'm smelling the food. It just reminded me of a good question. So what's your favorite food?
My favorite food would have to be my mother's.
Okay.
My mother's rice with like bean sprouts. It's this meal she makes with bean sprouts, ground
like mama's
beef,
food.
Bell peppers.
Okay.
She put all that shit in there.
She hooks it up.
Yeah, I ain't had that shit in over 20 years.
So where is your mother now?
She's in Virginia Beach.
Okay, and that's where your family, like a lot of your family's from, Virginia Beach?
Yeah, my sister, she's in the military, so a lot of my family migrated that way with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Okay, that makes sense.
She was the first one that had all the kids and stuff, so we kind of went over there to help her out.
Gotcha.
While she was going on deployment.
The village,
and shit.
yeah.
And then my mom just ended up staying. She loved it out there. So
I
beautiful.
bet. The East Coast is nice. East Coast is a very different vibe from West Coast.
100%.
And so, like, obviously, so now you know, like, back to what we were saying about the raising kids here. How is it raising your children here for you?
It sucks.
Yeah.
I really would like to just get up and relocate, but this is where I'm doing my musical thing right now. I've built my YouTube here. I'm also a YouTuber, an influencer.
Okay.
I have 46,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you was that much.
I mean, I'm humble.
Let me get a shout out.
Just only when I get on the camera, then I talk a little bit of my shit.
Let me get a shout out.
I don't be trying to talk too much.
No, that's a lot. That's actually very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's impressive. So you have a huge following here, which obviously is a huge reason to want to stay. But does it, like, part of you kind of feel like, well, maybe I need to just like take my kids to the East Coast so they can have a better life?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the mother of my kids, right? Her family is well off, right? So
okay.
But they have property in Buffalo.
Okay.
And it's a historical monument. And I'm like, why don't you take them? Because it's already been remodeled and everything. We did everything. My mother-in-law went down there and just gutted it out.
She hooked it up.
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
I mean, brand new beds, everything.
It's ready to
modern.
Go. It's ready to go.
It's mod. As a mother.
I'm moving in. I'm moving to Buffalo.
That's your hard body. So I was telling her, like, you should take the kids down there, because I don't, in all actuality, I don't want my kids growing up. Little Darlings has a thing where they let the kids come right out of high school.
Oh, they actually have a thing where it says
from high school.
They can't wait for you to turn 18.
Yeah, turn in your graduation hat.
This
get
place
on this
is
pole.
sick. This place is sick. They're grooming the children. Yeah, they groom children. I mean, you can only imagine in a place like Sin City, everywhere there's a prostitute, everywhere there's a pimp, everywhere there's drug addicts or a drug dealer. Everywhere, on every corner, there's a place to gamble. It's like drugs, cigarettes, it's all accessible to these children. It's easier to get versus when you're raised in a place where it's like you would have to really go out your way to go find that.
The sickest thing about it is, right, that this place we call Las Vegas, yes, it's beautiful because the lights and all of that extra shit, sunlight, the mountains is muscular and brawling. But let me tell you about the dark side. These motherfuckers will buy your kid a vape. These motherfuckers will buy your kids some weed. And all they gotta do is go stand outside the dispensary, or all they gotta do is know somebody in the apartment complex or in the housing community that could go to the dispensary and buy these products for
always
them, right?
quick to turn the kids out.
But that's the thing. These people are doing this so that way they can, because they want your kid to act grown. So that way they can act young.
Exactly. It's a mental illness.
Once that meets in the middle, now they're doing things with your child that you have no control over because
they didn't got in their head.
They didn't got in their head. Now your kid running off, running away from the house and shit, and you can't even control this. Jimmy got this. He's controlling her.
Keep it PG.
Keep it PG. But that's really what's going on out here in Vegas.
No,
the Hilton.
The age of consent is 16 out here.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. My daughter's 16. She better not.
No, it's 20, 19. No, I said consent. So, like 18. It goes back to what you were saying. Like these parents who don't care. God forbid.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a
16-year-old daughter
that are getting shit.
Whose mom is a gambler, and then she's got this little 30-year-old boyfriend who's coming by, and he's providing all this money for the mom. So the mom is like, "Oh yeah, you can take my daughter out."
He has the best interest.
That's a form of trafficking to me,
and it's a form of grooming.
And this place is huge on grooming and trafficking kids, and that's why I would never. My daughters are in Nashville, Tennessee.
They groom you to start working
ask
early.
Me why I would never bring my children out here to be raised. I would never raise my daughters out here.
They groom you.
I would never raise my daughters out here because,
and I respect
for one,
that.
like I stated, I don't like prison. I don't like jail. And I have a blicky, and I will use it on anyone who I feel like is a threat to my children.
100%.
So that's why for me, there would never be any room for, oh, mom, I love him. Because everybody can get unalived messing with me about mine.
Because it's like, you love him, but I love you.
My level of, I love my kids is probably different than most people. They're like, oh, well, you're not raising your kids. I don't have to raise them for me to know how much I love my children. And that's probably why I'm not raising them. I have a lot of traumas myself with my own upbringing. my mom would let me have boyfriends come over. Like, you know, there was not a lot of, it's really strict in my household, if that makes sense. So for me, I don't know how to be the type of mother I feel like that they deserve. So for me, I always felt like I wasn't good enough to be a mom. But I was forced to be a mom, if that makes sense.
So basically what you're saying is you don't want to be a friend to your daughter.
Being a friend
right
to
now,
my
you
kids.
know you would.
I just don't know. I don't know because.
But I think you would be good.
I feel like it's kamikaze because it's like I wouldn't want to be too hard.
You have to.
There has to be a balance of because you don't want to push them away. You want them to be able to still love you and trust you, but you still have to have that balance of I'm not your friend, I'm your mother. You know, and I feel like that's where I kind of lacked with my upbringing, and I kind of just feel like it's just I really didn't have that good of an example of really how to be a good parent because. You know, I love my parents, but let's just say, you know, you have to unlearn and learn a lot of things as you get older as a person. And I just feel like being a parent is so hard. Being a parent is already hard as it is. Then to just like have these influences of Las Vegas around your kids, it's like, save the babies.
I know. Save
the babies. And sometimes we have to make sacrifices. Like you said, I'm here for a reason as well. And I can't leave right now. So I looked at it as it is a sacrifice for me to not have my children with me. I would love to have them with me all day, every day. But knowing that it's a sacrifice, you know, sometimes you have to send the babies on to be better and to be in somewhere safer and better and be like, I'll come visit y'all as much as I can. Daddy loves you. You feel me? Like that's just how
wouldn't it like, yes, but if they took more, if they stop letting niggas come home, like only doing 6 months and then coming home and getting registered, nah.
What you mean registered?
Like when it comes to our kids, like I think about the kids, man. I be on the kids so tough because I have
that's
kids.
all I think about
I have
too.
3 daughters. One is 16 this year.
Yep.
And one's 9 and one's 5. She's a twin to another 5-year-old.
Kids around the same ages.
And then I have another 16-year-old boy. So I have 5 kids. So this city really impacts me, and I love my city. I was raised here. I was brought up here, and that does not mean that I turned out good. Okay, I did not. Y'all heard? I went to prison.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so, and that's because
you have a love-hate relationship for this place because you were raised here, but you also know
it's outside the strip.
It's one of those, that is one of those things.
You want love, you want to understand the culture of Vegas.
Exactly.
Go outside this motherfucking strip. Don't keep your mind stuck on, I can make all my money on the blade or on the strip. I can go do this. I can get the fuck away from that.
It's very, what's the word I'm looking for?
For real. And don't allow nobody to get in your kids' heads. Don't allow your kids to start working too early. Because once you put them in a working environment, now they're on the market. Their coworkers dropping them off.
Ooh.
And that coworker ain't the same age as them.
Wow, that's very true. That's definitely true of exposing.
So yeah, we got the community as you got to go outside this strip, y'all. If y'all want to really understand Vegas and see the beauty in it, hell yeah.
Right. Okay. So to wrap this on up, what else did you want to share with us about your music that you have and another endeavors you have coming up besides your music video coming out next month?
I have For the Streets, we have Get Out My Bag, we have Step on Them, we have All Real Monsters.
Okay. Let's talk about that one because you know Halloween's coming up.
Oh yeah.
So All Real Monsters, is this, what is that about?
So All Real Monsters is basically like a collab of the inner demon inside of me, but at the same time, it's a visual demon. So you get more hip hop and screaming. So I'm doing that. I'm like rock star with my shit. I'm not
heavy metal vibes.
The gangbanger. I'm not none of that, nigga. I'm a party nigga too, so don't get it twisted. You know what I mean?
7even2nasty is very multifaceted, and I like that. I'm glad we got a chance to interview.
I will throw on that blue and get partied out. You feel me?
I'm glad we got a chance to finally interview you, because you're part of the family here at Chicken Rap Entertainment, so you know, it was only right that we got a good interview with you. I'm excited we finally did this. And this is actually one of my good friends in real life too.
And one of the things that I just want, one more thing.
Yes.
For all y'all out there that be like, damn, Simon, you so wild, you so goofy, I can't understand you. This is how you understand me. Go watch In Living Color.
Yes. Because if you know, you know.
You know.
The comedy
and then I won't look
is
so
different.
crazy and demented. You will understand the characteristics. You will understand the Martins, the Jamie Foxx,
The Jim Carreys.
You will understand me 100%. You feel me?
Yeah, I'd like to agree on that, to piggyback on that before we wrap it up. And Living Color definitely had some heavy hitters come out of them.
Yes.
So shout out to the Wayans family.
Marlon Wayans.
Shout out to the Wayans. Also want to add that new movie that you're in. I just want to say the movie was awful.
What?
That's just my opinion. It was horrible. It was horrible. But I do want to shed light on that brother. Marlon Wayans, not only are you looking good in that movie, by the way, call me. But his acting is so amazing. Like,
also,
he is such a great actor.
So what was it?
I don't want to never take that away from him. He did his thing in that movie, and the new guy that was in it, he was a new face. I'm not really sure what his name was, but they did their thing in that movie. But the whole movie just sucked.
What was the whole, like, was it?
It sucked. It was just giving like
plot?
Illuminati, sell your soul, very gore, but it had no plot. It worked,
Marlon.
It had no plot.
It worked.
He's just amazing though. So like, I mean,
that's what he wanted.
I hate to say that I would love to see him be a role like that in something better that's actually good. But other than that, yeah. Shout out to the Wayans, because they're a very talented family. Very talented.
I love
family.
Marlon, man.
Yeah.
But I definitely believe that's exactly what you just stated and described. That is exactly why he made that movie.
Yeah.
To let you
They
know
were exposing
it was
something.
an internal thing, and what you got was what you were supposed to get. Now, when
But that's the thing, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. No. I didn't get anything.
You said it was given. What?
It's okay. So I'm saying that's what it was giving, but it was just like it's like if I just. Okay, so you know that show.
But that's what it's about.
You know that show where they dang, what's the name of that show? Where they like have all the different I don't know why the show is just like leaving me. But it's a show with Emma Roberts in it and all the other heavy hitters, and they have like in the intro like a bunch of just scenes of gory, crazy stuff.
Okay.
That's what the movie gave to me. It was just like a bunch of scenes thrown together of craziness, and I was confused the whole time. And that's it. You know, other than that, I guess if you like crazy stuff, I would probably recommend going to see something else. That's what I'm saying.
Because I really wanted to
go see it if you obviously want to see it.
I'm a Marlon fan, so I'm going to go see it.
Go see it.
I'm definitely going to.
And you're going to call me. You're going to literally call me and be like, "Oh my God."
I'm going to be sitting right next to the dumpster, Marlon.
All right, thank y'all so much for. Thank y'all. You're so crazy.
It better be good.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in on today's episode of Chick Chat. I am your host, Serenity Joy, and we had the lovely 7even2nasty here signing out. Till next time.
Peace.